Robert, massive congratulations. Chelsea are FA Cup finalists after a difficult few weeks. How does it feel to reach the final?
Training, and obviously it was another chance to be in another final. So that's what we've been working for, and the boys perform, and it's amazing.
You made some important saves in the game as well. After a bit of a challenging season, up and down all year, how did it feel for you to play such a big part in an important game like this?
I'm happy. I mean, I always try to do my job, you know. Like you said, we go for ups and downs. I think I'm very happy with the season I had. But obviously now the important thing is try to finish on a high. You know, 4 Premier League games to go and obviously the final, so try to do our best.
You were involved in the build-up to the goal as well. Chelsea's first goal in 300 minutes. That must have been a relief to see that go in.
That comes straight from the training ground. We practiced it, we did it, and obviously the boys jump, they fight for the second balls, and they created the goal, so perfect.
Listen to these fans here at Wembley as well today. There will be a lot of Chelsea fans wondering where a performance like that has been recently. Did you feel like you owed that to them today?
I think so. I think they deserve, obviously it's a winning team, they deserve moments like this. I don't think this season will have many, so it's good to give them a little bit back after a tough period.
Tough few days as well, losing your former manager Liam Rosenior, Callum McFarlane back in interim charge. What's he done in the last few days?
Like I said, keep it positive, focusing on the next games. We had 6 games to go. That's what we keep saying. We're going to win today and go to the final, 4 Premier League games. Keeping it positive, and obviously it's on us to try to qualify for Champions League and to try to win the final. So, yeah.
And in that final, it's Manchester City, who Chelsea haven't beaten since the 2021 Champions League final. So what would it mean to all of you, all the players around here, everyone at the club, to beat them and lift silverware?
It will mean something great after what I said, a tough season. So we're going to go there, fight, and put everything on the pitch.
Well played today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent. OK, well, Saturday the 16th, the main mark your diaries, the FA Cup final.
I think we wanted to be really, really clear with how we wanted to play and set up against Leeds. So we had some real principles that we went after. We knew that they were going to think we were vulnerable and they were going to come for us early in the game. So you see the first goal, we'd set up Pedro Neto to drop down and create space to run into. We wanted to give Rob the option to go direct and not always have to play through. Even the first goal kick we kicked, because we knew we were in a bit of a vulnerable place. So we wanted to take that pressure away from them. And then in the second phase, when it drops and they're in more of a back five, we can start to take control of the game.
And was the idea to pin that? Because we spoke about that from a Leeds point of view, they had to change something at half-time because you were really pinning that 5 and you were dominating possession because you had the overload 7v5, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. So we knew that they were at their most dangerous when we had deep possession because they were going to come man for man. So we wanted to negate that by going longer, force them, create a bit of fear in them because we've got athletes in our top line. And then once they dropped, we got space to play. And I thought Enzo's positioning was brilliant where he was just pulling wider and pinning the right winger. So we had a spare man in the build and we took control of that and really pleased with how they carried it out.
Can I ask you about Enzo Fernandez? Because he was brilliant for you when you took the job last time. I thought he was outstanding today. Is it great having a leader like that in your team? He seems like he's one of them sort of players that can he takes what the manager wants and gets it on the pitch.
I think it's a really good point. He can definitely do what you want from a tactical perspective. But I think today the most impressive thing about him was when the tactics went out the window and Leeds got on top. He's just a fighter. He's just a and we don't have to have the perfect game plan in those moments because he'll run, he'll compete, he'll tackle, he'll drive the players on. So I thought that was what was probably the deciding factor in the game. Yeah, which is often what changes games. Games you can set up tactics as much as you like, and then sometimes it's when it gets scrappy. You need players like that. Can also ask you about Lavia today, 60 minutes in his legs. That's a positive sign for Chelsea. Yeah, massive. He's been coming back slowly. He had a lot of injuries, obviously. I've known Romeo for a long time. I worked with him 5 years ago at Manchester City, so I know his level, I know his talent. We've also got Andre Santos, so it was a tough call. We've got Dario Sugo. We've got a lot of talent in those positions. Enzo can play there. But I'm really happy for Rom today because it's been tough for him, and I do think in that first half, him and Moy were exceptional. Yeah.
I found having somebody like Joao Pedro up top, he gave you lot so much, held the ball up really well when there were tricky passes coming into him. He occupied the 3 centre-halves for Leeds United in the first half especially, and then the 2 in the second half. That must be relieving, just to have somebody like that in your starting 11.
Well, you've played there, so you know how important it is, especially against teams like Leeds where they're going to come for you. And I felt like whenever they were aggressive, we had an outlet just to go in. And his quality on bouncing balls or half sets, I thought was exceptional. And yeah, he nearly scored a great goal as well, hit the post. So it was really good to have João back. But that being said, Liam's done a good job for us over the last 2 games, and it's nice to have 2 that you can rely on. And I just felt like with the way the game was going in the second half that I didn't want to make too many changes, and we stretched João for as long as we could.
Yeah.
Callum, you've got just under 3 weeks now until the final. You know Man City. You've actually, when you were originally at the beginning, what was it, in January, taking over, you were against Manchester City. You managed to get a draw out of that one as well. So can I almost say, like, you come with a plan? You kind of know Man City aren't this kind of entity that you don't think you can beat.
Yeah, you can come with a plan, but they're an unbelievable side. We'll always have a plan for every game we play. So will the opponents, and they're an exceptional side in really good form. So it's going to be a massive challenge, but I think there's something about this group that the bigger the game, the tougher the opponent and the circumstance. They seem to raise their level. We saw that against PSG in the Club World Cup. We've seen that numerous times this year. So we need to get the plan right, but also, like I said, that you can't always get that right against top teams. So it's more about the character.